My name is Catherine Bradbury. I'm 58 years old. I'm a childcare teacher working in Ang Mo Kio. I'm married. I have a daughter, 21 years old, who's 21 years old and studying in the Polytechnic. When I was born, there was like a piece of skin over my face. I was delivered by a Malay midwife, and she told them that when she cut off that piece of skin, she told my dad that I could see things. I don't really see directly, but I can see sideways. Those days I could see sideways, I see like white figures. Normally I see like white figures sideways, like they're passing by. Or sometimes when they just stand there, when I turn to look, they just disappear. Like I don't see them directly, so I won't be that scared.
Are they tall or short or long?
Most of them, they are more like normal height, like human height, like that. So I won't say they are tall or short. I won't know how to describe them sometimes. Just like shadow, like white figures. Or sometimes I hear people like calling me. Like people calling me, but I know, but there's no one there. Why? I hear people calling my name. And sometimes when I'm afraid also, I'll just talk to the person like that as if she's there. And I'll just say, lady, if you're here, please don't scare me. Don't appear to me. Don't show yourself.
So you discovered you had a similar gift to your mother.
Yep, I did. And initially she didn't believe me. She thought it was all child's play. So one night, something happened and I kept insisting it happened, and then she took me seriously. When I was in Sec 3, still at my messinette, I had a habit of doing my ironing of my school uniform at night. So a few times after I iron my uniform, when I want to hang it in the cupboard, I open my cupboard, there's a mirror there. I always see, in the reflection, I always see a woman standing by my window. She usually doesn't do anything. I can't really get a clear view of her face, but she's just standing there in white and she'll just look at me. But I can never get a clear view of her face. So I got used to it after a while. Because she never did anything to me, I just based it on pure hallucination. But one night, I was doing ironing again. The fan, I placed the fan right in front of me, so the fan's blowing right at me, right? The middle part of the fan, the plastic piece, it's quite shiny, so you can see reflections. I sit on my bed, ironing board's here, then the fan's in front, the fan's blowing at me. So I was ironing, and then just as I look up into the fan, she was right behind me, and she was actually trying to call me, she was really then I was about to, then I freaked out, I turned around, she wasn't there. I looked in the mirror, into the fan, and she was gone. There's an incident about Sec 4 during the Hungry Ghost Festival. I used to have church meetings on Thursday nights, and they usually end about 10 plus. So the church is actually a walking distance from my old house, so I used to walk home. And then one night when I came home, again at my messinette, there's actually a roundabout thing in my house where the dining room connects to the hall to the balcony to kitchen, and then kitchen to another room, then dining room again. So I actually walked in from my house, and I have a habit of the moment I step into the house, I have to wash my hands and my feet. So I walked through the dining room, to the hall, to the balcony, and into the kitchen's toilet. I came out of the toilet, and just as I came out, I saw a guy at the sink. Okay, he's in the balcony, but from our balcony to the kitchen, there's actually little windows there. He was standing in the balcony, and he was staring at me. So I freaked out, and I started screaming. Really screamed out, and then my parents came down. I'm like, what's wrong? I saw a man, and then my dad walked around, he didn't see anything. Then my dad told me, go and bathe, go wash off whatever you brought home. Yeah. I don't see these things on a regular basis, not as often as my mom.
But you do see it sometimes?
I do see it sometimes, but not as often.
Do you think that maybe this is just a coincidence and not really a gift?
I'd like to think that I can't see them. I like to pretend that whatever I'm seeing is just a hallucination, because it's a very odd topic amongst friends. Oh, you can see stuff, and then you're like, yeah. And then they'll be like, can you see stuff now? And I'm like, no. It doesn't come just like that. It comes when it comes. Yeah.
Do you notice what you are like maybe when it comes? Are you like deep in concentration? Are you like switched off, not thinking about something?
Usually it happens when I'm not thinking, and yeah, it's like I'm not thinking about anything, and then it just suddenly comes.
Now, what do you guys think of that? This gift of being able to see, is it a common gift among people?
No, I
Not
would say
common.
no.
Yeah.
Well, would you say that in 100 people, one person would be able to see?
We can't get this statistic. Even if those that can see, actually what they can see is another issue. Not
Right.
everyone sees the same thing.
Not everyone
We
sees
have
the
a
same
case where
thing.
we actually compared two third eye and then we asked them to see what they see.
What did they say?
Two of them gave us different results.
Okay, what did they say?
One sees a spirit, one don't see. So one see at the other side, one don't see. So
Oh, I see.
we did a test that they find that actually what third eye, even third eye, they might have different type of third eye. So it's a
Okay.
gift, but we are not sure what they can see, what they can see.
And apparently there are all kinds of gifts. Some people can see, and other people can feel. Some people can hear, and other people need to touch an object before they're able to see. Is that right?
Actually, for normal humans, feeling and hearing is a very common gift.
Okay.
Actually, you can feel it. Some of the times you actually walk past spirits, but you don't know it. At times when you walk, there's this theory called the cold spot theory. They're actually a very invisible co-ops.
A cold spot
Yeah,
theory.
it's just now like, okay, let's say in this air is a constant temperature, 24 degree. There will be this, if there's a spirit that is trying to manifest, there will be this small space in there, which is much lower in temperature, maybe around
Okay.
19.
Has-
So sometimes you walk past, you actually feel cold, but the environment is not hot.
Has any one of you, have you ever been in a cold spot before?
Cold spot, no, but we ever took readings of a cold spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the environment we use our IR thermometer.
Mm-hmm.
So the environment temperature is much higher than the one we took on a certain object that the cold spot is located.
Right.
And we can't explain why is it colder
Right.
when everything is the same.
Yeah. There's no reason for something to be like in 15 degrees Celsius when the whole environment is like 20
Right.
over.
It's
20 over.
inconsistent, right?
Are such cold spots common things?
It's
in the
very
evening?
random. It's more in the evening because evening the temperature is lower. Whereas in the daytime it's like 30, 35. Even you walk around 26, what will you feel? You don't feel much.
Okay.
But when you walk past 19, 16 degrees, you will feel something.
Okay. So let's turn to the web and see
Yeah.
what are the questions that our viewers have.
Yeah, my melody says, I went to an event organized by API, or the Asia Paranormal Investigators, where they brought us to various places in Singapore, such as Old Changi Hospital, Chinese Cemetery, etc. They also provided us with information history of the places, very fun and educational trip. But even though the trip was supposed to be eerie or scary, they just want to check with you guys. What is different between API and SPI?
Actually, we are from Society of Paranormal Investigator.
Yeah, we have to call out ourselves first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are a
Sorry.
non-profit organization. So our main objective is to study all the paranormal events. So we work differently. Is that all these tours? Sometimes we do have tours conducted for organizations, which we are there to provide educational tours. So in terms of monetary, we work really through our own pockets. So all those gadgets that we see, most of them is we contribute our money to get those gadgets.
Yeah, one main difference is also all the members, we call ourselves one big family.
Yeah.
So every one of us is there because of our interests and our will to actually look out for the truth.
To find out more from the
So we do have our daytime jobs. We are normal people, just that we have an extra interest in this.
Right.
topic.
Okay, it's been such an interesting conversation so all this time. Thanks so much, guys. We're so running out of time because we spent so much time talking, which is great. But we have enough time to give away some prizes this hour. And it goes to immediately My Melody for joining us in our discussion tonight on the paranormal. She asked, what's the difference between SPI and API and whether the SPI guys believed in ghosts? Well, she wins a Sony Cybershot digital camera.
And meanwhile, Razor Sharp, you win a Sony PlayStation 3 for your
Wow.
questions. You asked the SPI guys whether they are scared to use their real names because they are afraid that the spirits will look for them. Well, maybe we have like one very quick question. Now, what do you do very quickly now? What do you do when you see a ghost? What is the best thing for you to do when you see a ghost? Do you ignore it and just keep walking or doing what you're doing, or do you run away, or what do you think would be the best reaction for
Normally,
it?
when I met with some paranoia, I will stand still at the moment.
Okay, that's you.
As quiet as possible. Check all the surroundings. Check all the data. I need all the data to be there.
Okay,
to
but what
answer.
about a layman like me? What should I do?
Spirits, if what can you do? Seriously, if the
Stay
spirits
calm, stay
want
calm.
to follow you, no matter where you go, they can still go.
Stay
after
calm.
you.
It's worse off if you run and you fall and you get injured for
Just
nothing.
stay calm, because if you see a cat, you won't run away. So why do you run away if you happen to bump into?
So just stay calm and analyze the environment and
Just be yourself.
check out what's the real thing that you are hearing.
Can you actually run from a ghost?
Can you?
I mean,
Yeah.
Logically, you shouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
okay, I didn't know we were in the realm of logic, but that's all the time that we have for you today, for now. Join us again next week where we'll be talking about the supernatural again.
Paper Cut and Net Noise are up next after Razor's Top 5.